I think I say this about most plants in the garden, but these tulips are some of my absolute favorites. I just love spring flowers. I think it's just, they're so uplifting and so beautiful when they just spring up out of the really cold, dark earth and just exclaim that it's spring. So I got myself some of these. These are actually, they were on half price because we're in the very end of December, so it's really late. We should be planting them really soon. So it's a sunny day for once. We've had, after having our really deep freeze here, which went down to -8 degrees Celsius, we're now having like temperatures of 12 degrees overnight even. So it's warm and it's been really raining, but we've had a little bit of sun today. And I'm just going to go out there and pop these into the ground, into the cold December ground that's hopefully thawed out properly. And because they also do need a chilling period, so it's important to get them in now into the ground. And then they can come up in spring. They might be a little bit later than ones that I would have planted already, or ones that are already in the soil from last year. But it'll be lots of fun to get these ones in too. And I love taking advantage of sales, bulb sales in particular. I really wasn't going to buy any more bulbs or any plants or anything like that. Maybe that's my New Year's resolution, just to enjoy what we already have and keep it growing and going. But I mean, I don't know if you have this as well on your feed, internet feed. Then you get all these discounts constantly from the places you've used before. And Farmer Gracie, I absolutely love Farmer Gracie. They're a Dutch company. They grow all their bulbs out there, and I love spring bulbs. And so as things got cheaper and cheaper, it went down to 50% discount, then it went down to 80, 90%. So I got myself just a few of each. I'm going to make a little lasagna planting, but there's some beauties in here, and they really just costed a fraction of the price they usually cost. So it's going to be so much fun. I love lasagna planting because you get you get like waves of color. And well, I'll do one now, and then we'll see how it looks in the spring. But it's such one of my favorite things to do. Let me just show you what I've got here. So I've got some 10 grape hyacinths with scari. These are really, I think they're white ones, really pretty. And these ones I'm actually really excited about, but I want to plant them into the ground. They're ice cream tulips. They look really fantastic, and I want to have them outside the kitchen window so we can just enjoy them quite frequently. And what I've got here, I love crocuses too, but I'm going to say that about everything. I just love spring bulbs. Some of these guys, pretty. And then I got quite a few because I just have to have lots of tulips as usual. So I got quite a few of these ones. These ones really good discount. Down under, I got 20 of them, I think. Oh, I actually got 30 of them in the end. Yeah, let's have a look and see how much. That was really good discount here. And finally, I got these 10 of these ones. They're called Blushing Girl. They're like white and they got like pink tips. Look really stunning. So they're going to go into the lasagna planting. So in my lasagna planting, I'm not going to plant far too much. I'm just going to have the crocuses, the grape hyacinths. Where are they? There. Scari, grape hyacinths. And I'm going to have the Blushing Girl tulips. And then everything else I'm going to put into the ground, all the down unders. So it wasn't a lot. I really did restrain myself, but I got a few. It's just like such a nice little thing. The thing with bulbs I find is that sometimes they don't come back. They're supposed to be able to come back, and I've seen some videos of people like they dig them up and split them, and I think you have to do that in order to get a really good show. But some of mine, certain ones that are sort of this kind of color, they just tend to come back year after year and, you know, get bigger and better even. A bit like daffodils, they come back year and year, and they have really spread as well. So they're fantastic. But yeah, I don't need to buy any more daffodils. I've got a garden full of daffodils, so I'll show you. It's really yellow in the spring. It's so lovely. But yeah, I'll get on with these ones now. So much fun. Just a little side note. I only paid £2.07 for these 30 tulips. What a bargain! This is the pot I'm using. It's actually one that I had a really bad experience with earlier this year when I was trying to remove a huge Chilean guava from it. It's so tricky to get things out of it, but I'm going to use it now because after the flowers are all spent, I'll just let them die down completely and really feed up the bulb, and then I will actually just separate them and remove them. So I'm not planning on letting the bulbs live in here for that long. Just one season, I suppose, until summer or autumn, thereabouts. Now with lasagna planting, I'm only doing 3 layers. So I've filled about 1/3 of the pot with some soil, and then I'm just going to chuck all of these beautiful bulbs down here and just spread them out evenly. Look how beautiful they are. Really good size. Look at that. Really, really nice. I just think it's such great quality. These bulbs are always such amazing ones from Farmer Gracie. I've even had like bare root peonies from them, and they flowered the first year, which was amazing. Look at that. That one's even got 2 little shoots. Amazing. So there we go. I could have planted them a bit closer, and actually I think I will do that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll also add the ice cream ones here, because they look spectacular. It'd be really fun to have them in this pot. Let me just get them out. So I've added the 5 ice cream tulips here, these ones, to the front. They're just really interesting ones, and I just think it's quite nice to really enjoy them, have them here. I've planted all the tulips, as you can see, really quite close to each other. A lot closer than advised, but this is how I like to do it in a pot, because it just makes them look that much more spectacular. And I'm only leaving them in here until autumn next year at the latest, when I'll be replanting them into the garden. So it's not like they're going to be here for a long time and get completely squashed. And they're not touching each other, so it should be okay. So I've completely covered it with a layer of compost now. And thinking about it, I'm only going to have 2 layers in this lasagna, so it's not a very big lasagna, because I'm going to be putting the grape hyacinths and the crocuses in next together. So we've put up the grape hyacinths, the muscari here, in a little clump. They look so gorgeous, all really clumped together. The 10 muscari, and here come the crocuses. Look at these guys, they're really ready to go. Oh, 25 of these, and they are this variety here. So there it is. Crocuses over here, muscari or grape hyacinths over there. Just going to cover them up and leave them. There we are. So much to look forward to next year. So I've just covered the pot with some garden leaves now. I love the look of when they sort of spear their way through the dead leaves. We'll see how it goes. In a few months we should see some life down there.